Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on our AutoCAD Mastery, and this video is going to be on table creation and insertion. So what we are going to see is, let's jump into Revit. So this is the drawing which we submitted to the client recently. I mean not recently, it was like a year back. And here what has happened, this is the manual table, and this is a legend that was created in Revit. But the question is, can we create a similar sort of table in AutoCAD? Can we automate this process? Yes, we can automate this process, and we will try to create a similar sort of table. So now what we will do, we will come here in annotate, and in annotate you will go to the tables dialog box, and here you will find this arrow. You click over here, and this is the existing table style which we can see here. What we'll do, we'll create a new one, and let us name this as floor finishes style. And once we name this, we'll press continue, and this is the new dialog box of table style that has opened. And here we have three different types of cell styles. So one is the data, which is this one is the header, which is over here, and the another one is the title. So now what we will do, first we will check in for, first we'll keep every text alphabet similar, so that we get to see where exactly is the title, header and data. So now if you see here, this is the data, and here AutoCAD is asking me what sort of properties I would like to allot to data. For example, this is the text style, this title, which type of font we want it as annotative or non-annotative. What is annotative, non-annotative, that I have covered in the previous video. So here you can select all sort of styles here. If I select Arial 1, see what has happened here, the text style of the data has changed. Okay, and then the height by default is coming as 680, and I can go to header, and here as well I can set this to Arial 1, and if I go to title, again this I can set to Arial 1. Okay, so what is happening now here, with respect to the cell styles, I can decide the text sizes as well as other things. So you have understood what is data, header and style here. So the next thing what we can do is, we can go to general, and in general you will find other options. For example, we are in title, where exactly we want our title to be. Do we want this at the center, or do we want at the left side? If I do that, you will be able to see the difference here. If I do middle center, it will come at the center. Now this is the size of the margin, how much vertical and how much horizontal it has to be. And then we have text here, okay, that we have selected already, and what sort of margin we want around, what sort of border we want around the text. If we select no, see what will happen, this will be grayed out, and here nothing will be there, but we'll keep this one. And do we want a double line around? Yes, we want double line around, and I will say that let this be 100 mm. So once you feel okay, you have done everything right, and this is the sort of arrangement that you want, which defines your company standards, you can simply click here OK, and then you will see here that new style we have created here. You close this, and once after you close this, you can select here on the table, and then this is the insertion point. How many arrows, how many columns, how many rows you want, and what should be the column width, what should be the row width, all these things you can define here. So as of now, I will place this here, and I will try to place this in line. And what we are doing is, now you can see here that this doesn't define the length as well as width and other things. So what I will do, I will stretch this a bit, okay, and then I will take this bit on top. If I take this bit on top, what is happening, the other set of rows and columns, they are going onto the other side. So let us press Ctrl Z, and then what you can do is you can simply drag drop here, and then you can place this here. So same thing you can do it here, okay, same thing you can do it here. And once you do that, you get the table. Okay, so now we will find out what exactly the size of the text is. Here it says 525. You can simply copy this and you can place it here. You can place it here. Okay, placement doesn't work, so what we will do, we'll write here legend and then floor finishes. Okay, floor finishes. So once we do that, you will see that this is automated, and here you will find the text information. Now what if you want to merge the rows here as you have done it in the legend in Revit? So what you can do, you can drag drop from left to right or from right to left, and then you have this option here, merge all, merge by row. So when you select the merge by row, this is the information that you will get here. And then you can come here, you can press escape, you try to copy this, Revit will give you CAD will give you a warning, and then you paste this here. Okay, so I have pasted the information here, and you can see here everything that you do in the manual method you can do in the automation, and this method is very very convenient. Okay, so it's like you are automating the table, you are deciding how exactly you want the data inside the cells to be. Okay, so what you can do is once you change one text size, it will change the entire data set in the rows. But here in manually, you have to change one by one. This is a manual method. Okay, so other thing what we have in this is, so when you go to modify, you get the option of label here. So now this is set to label. Label means it is a text, but if you want your table to calculate formulas or anything, you can set this to data. Apart from that, all the other options I have covered, and this is how you will be creating the table the automated way. So use it, don't go for a manual method. So yes learners, as always, let us rise and shine together. You can let me know if there's anything else. Thank you.